Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to my very first episode of my world famous, yes, I'm saying it, world famous podcast, Kicking It with Kita. Yes, you guys, I am so excited to finally look. It was all a dream, but now I'm not reading Word Up magazine. I'm super excited. I am here. And I am honored for you guys to tune in. Please tune in and subscribe. Do all that good stuff to Kicking It with Keita. So I am going to give you a brief description. This is just going to be a brief synopsis of my life, my journey, and why I'm here, why I want to share my experience with the world and with people who can relate to me. This is real talk. We're real people. No politics, no celebrities, no religion, but you will have your opportunity to do that on Freestyle Friday. I will have guests. I will have spoken word. Whatever you want to talk about, it is your opportunity. Fridays, be my guest. Come sit with me. Come chat with me. Come kick it with me on Fridays. Also, I will have Why Did I Do It Wednesday? It's going to be the battle of single life versus married life. I will have guest speakers on talk about the single life and what are the benefits and what are the downfalls of it. I will have married couples on, and y'all know it's gonna get real wild when we talk about marriage. And why did I do it? Why did she do it? Why did he do it? Why did my mama and daddy make me do it? That's on Why Did I Get Married Wednesdays. Why did I do it? So I'm gonna talk about who I am and why I'm here. Really quick intro. I am a child of seven sisters and two brothers. Yes, I come from a big family. Gang, gang. Yes, a big family. We love hard. We live hard. I am from the city of Chicago. So you do with that what you want to do with it. Chicago is a place that you love to hate it. You know, there's crime, there's poverty, there's all that stuff, but that city is alive. That city is wonderful. It has rich history. It has rich culture. So I live for my city. I'm a city girl, but not that way, y'all. Not that way. Not that way. But I'm a city girl. I grew up in the Roseland area. That's y'all know Wild Hunted, and it was very family oriented growing up in Chicago. You know, there's precinct captains, there were senators in my neighborhood, and it's like we took pride in the neighborhood and where we live. But of course, when that epidemic happened, I'm not even going to speak about it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. When that epidemic happened, it hit families hard, it hit neighborhoods hard. You know, crime got whatever you want to call it, rougher, tougher, harder. And it was hard for families to really struggle and keep that unity like we had before that thing happened. Um, Went to Finger Christian High School, dropped out. I didn't finish school, but that's okay. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Me and my sisters and brothers, we stuck together. We always did things together, and my mother taught us, you know, what happens in a home stays in a home, but that's not always true. You know, that's not always true. You see something, you say something. So we'll get to that part too. My mom and dad were married for, I would say, about 35 years. I want to say 40 years, and it was a very tumultuous marriage, but it also taught me that marriage is an up and down thing. It's a roller coaster. You take the good with the bad and also the ugly, but they stayed together. Because if you know, you know, they stayed together. After being in Chicago for a long time, I met my husband, my first love, my rock, my everything. We've been up and down, but you know, like a boomerang, we got back together. We met when we were 16 years old on the block in Roseland, and the relationship was very, I would say, built on things that didn't supposed to get built on. But again, we loved each other. We understood each other. We both came from a family of parents with substance abuse, so we kind of bonded off of that, but supported and helped each other. Um, he went to school, and I left Chicago, and I really didn't like Evansville, Illinois. I stayed out there for a little bit. Didn't like it. The city was not culturally sound for me. And back then I did not know how to adjust well to new environments. So I moved back to the city and I got kind of lost in, I would say, addiction and lost in things that were going in the neighborhood, not healthy, not good for you. And I also found out I was expecting my first child. We had a baby together, and like I said, he was going away to school, but I held it down. I held it down and took care of myself and took care of my child and kind of became a mother really, really fast. And I did not like it, but nevertheless, it was happening. It was happening. The baby was coming, forever my lady, all that good stuff. Had my first child, and I found myself lost without my world partner, my soulmate, my twin flame. I found myself lost, but I maintained the mindset of work hard, build something in your life, take care of your children. That still was brewing inside of me. So I kind of knew that woman still existed in me, even at an age of being a young mother and being caught up in your environment, the world around you. After that, I would say I decided to take my children and leave Chicago, leave the city. And I mean leave by move to Wisconsin, leave. And I started off like from the bottom to the top, went to the shelter. Um, I instilled school in my children's life and instilled the premise of education will get you far. But keep in mind, on the back burner, y'all, I still ain't got no high school diploma. I still ain't did my big one. But still instilled that in my children and let them understand that what you know is what you know. Can't nobody take that from you. They can take your clothes, they can take your gold, they can take whatever they want, but instill that education is something that no one can take from you. So I thought in my head that eventually I'll get to that. But the important thing right now is to take care of my children and take care of what I need to take care of and still thriving and getting used to my new environment. I did have a lot of family here in Wisconsin. I did have a lot of support, but I wanted to do things on my own. I wanted to build what I needed to build on my own. So I moved to the west side of Madison. I lived in an apartment for 2 years. I cleaned up, I worked hard, and I was like, I got a phone call. It's my long lost love. He wanted to come and visit his daughter. So I decided, yeah, come on up, visit. And it was like we never left. We reconnected. We kind of got on the same page, and I gave him a chance. You know, everybody deserves a chance. I gave him a chance, and we worked hard together, and we tried to build something, but it wasn't our time. It wasn't our season. We ended up breaking up again. And I met this young lady who I started cleaning up for, and she was so nice. She was magnificent. She was a great spirit, a great soul, and I kind of told her I wanted to do something better for my children. I want a bigger place. I wanted to really show my children that, there's a place where you can leave your bikes outside. There's a white picket fence, a white picket fence. There's a place where you can really, be comfortable at. And I told my children about my life and what I went through and understanding the importance of you not what you come from. You are not your past. Your past is not your potential. So we're going to do great things. So after cleaning up for this young lady, I will not say no names. She know who she is. After cleaning up for this young lady, I went out to some Prairie, Wisconsin, and I was like, wow, I love it. I'm in love. Cleaned up this 3-bedroom duplex and was like, oh, I wish this can be my home. And manifestation is real. She said, if you continue to do what you're doing, taking care of your children, living right, this could be your home. With no money down, with nothing, that became my home. I lived there for 18 years. And now that my children are getting older, I wanted to pursue my career in human services. I wanted to go to school. Y'all going to school? I want to go to school. And so I decided to enroll in Madison College. Shout out to Madison College. Shout out to my alumni. I love Madison College. I enrolled in a GED program. got exposed to some beautiful people, connected with some beautiful people, because it's not what you know, it's who you know. Y'all take that and put that in y'all pocket. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And kind of sat down and talked to advisors and talked to people about what I wanted to do. What was my dream? What was my future? How does my future look like? After graduating in 2013, on a Friday the 13th, after somebody broke in my car, I got my GED. I wasn't mad about nothing. God has blessed me and said, girl, now it's your time. Went on to get my associate's degree in human services, worked for the state for a year, got my undergraduate degree in sociology. So I know you are not what you grew up around and what you thought you was going to be or what you thought things could be for you. Change is good. Got the undergraduate degree in sociology in 2018. I decided to go back to school. Yeah, I love to learn. I love new things. I went back to school in 2018 and got my degree in undergraduate degree in human services, SACID in alcohol and drug counseling. Went back to school again in 2023, got my bachelor's degree in sociology. So your girl is smart. Bachelor's degree in psychology. So your girl is smart. She know a little something, she know a little something. So life has been a blessing. After I left the west side of Madison, moved to Sun Prairie, my husband, currently husband, and I reunited. And this time I sat down and said, hey, look, we're going to do this thing right, because God has blessed us to be back together. You a boomerang. I want to get married. Your girl wants to get married. She wants to settle down. You've been getting the milk for free. Come on, do me right. So we're playing charades one night. This is a cute little story. Y'all just listen. Just listen to me. Y'all been listening to me, but listen to me. We playing charades. And him and my twins had kind of had it worked out that they were going to get the ring and stuff. So we're playing charades. And he comes out and everybody's standing around. And I'm like, y'all, come on, it's our turn. And he's pretending like he's asking someone to marry him. Like, I'm not that emotional, but, like, I don't cry a lot, but that kind of had me. Like, he got down on one knee, and he's not that type. Y'all going to get a chance to meet him on Why Did I Do It Wednesday? And I was just, like, floored. I was floored. I was surprised. I was all the above because this man has transformed. He has endured everything we went through. He has become the man that I wanted always. So, patience is a virtue. We got married in 2016. Beautiful wedding. Shout out to Marriott. Y'all did y'all big one. Thank you so much because y'all allowed us to have the space, to have good food, to have our guests act up sometimes when he was acting up. Beautiful wedding in 2016. And we were blessed during the hard time of COVID to get pre-approved for a home. Y'all, when I say I was like trembling in my boots during closing, I was trembling in my boots like, Lord, is this happening? Like, are we doing this? Like, are we closing on our $332,000 house? Like, I'm just so blessed and I'm so happy that everything that I waited for in my life, everything that I was patient about, my children, raising them correctly, giving them the good, the bad, and the ugly of life, I'm happy that I was able to not only get a chance to go to school and educate myself, but also do this podcast thing and get myself started because this has been a journey since 2020. Like, yeah, Margaret, you could do it. Yeah, you can do it, but steady putting it on the back burner. But I'm super excited about this podcast. I'm super excited about my guests. I'm super excited that you guys are going to tune in. You guys are going to really get to know me. Like, that's a quick synopsis of me, but there's so much to learn, and I'm here to learn as well. I'm here to get something out of this, but you're going to take what you need and you're going to leave the rest. So you guys, I want you to continue to tune in. Tell your friend, tell your mama, tell your friend of a friend. Kicking it with Keita's here. She's here. She's here to stay. So you guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening. And I will see you soon. Love you. Mean it.